Hi guys, welcome to my channel, and today as usual we are going to play some chess. And as I climbed the rating ladder, my opponents really have gotten a lot better with time, right? So now I'm struggling a lot more in the 1300 territory, but I'm still managing to get some wins. But it's simply a lot harder. And honestly, I've never had an opponent that had played bishop before when I played Vienna, threatening this knight. So here I think I can simply push this bishop back and try to trade it for my knight. And maybe win in the future with my bishop pair. I don't think I should take and help him undouble his pawns. And my bishop feels really comfortable in this kind of outpost, so I guess I can try and put my knight on d5. In the future, he's making it really easy to kind of develop, I think. He only has one piece active, and he bringed out his queen for some reason. I mean, I predict that is going to try to sacrifice his bishop for some attack, but yes, but that's just not going to work. Here I think I can gain some tempo and attack his queen. It seems like a reasonable move to do, considering the fact that his rooks are undeveloped and his knights haven't moved once. As I said earlier, maybe I can play knight to d5 and block off his knight. And then maybe try to trade queens. So now that knight can't really move, and I guess I can take on this square now. And he can't really take with the knight because then he will get forked. So he simply castles. And I have to be careful not to allow this rook to join his queen. So I guess I'm not going to take and let him gain tempo, but bring out my queen and try to trade with his. So very smart by my opponent, trying to make me take that pawn and then developing faster. But here I can just ask for a queen trade, and he can't really move his queen anywhere. This is a square. But then I can just continue. Now I have a choice between taking this pawn and not threatening mate in one, but maybe sacrificing my bishop for this mate in the future. But then it would be a forced draw because of his queen. So I think it's safe to just take. And now my game plan is pretty straightforward. I am up a piece, right? And I have a bishop pair, so let's trade in the middle. But after goes takes, he can just take this. So I guess I can bring my rook open, so when he brings his, I can just hide. So he decides to push his f-pawn. And I guess after this, it's the same thing, I'm trying to push this c-pawn. Now I wouldn't mind this knight trade, and I think I'm going to take it. Just simplify. Put my bishop here to maybe attack his rook after this exchange. Which is not a terrible idea. Here I think I can take. Takes and then bring my rooks into the game. That does not, that actually threatens my pawn. But now I can attack his rook. And then pin this knight to this rook. So he has to play something like rook to d6. And then after he moves here, because obviously he has to, I can move my bishop to e5, pinning his rook to his king, and also maintaining that pin. That does nothing, I can move here, and now he has no more checks. Maybe this knight check, right? But then I can go up. And after this, I would have to go here. And I'm basically... I mean, I guess then he would have to go there. But now I can pin his knight against his rook because he can't really attack my rook either. My king is kind of exposed right now. And I guess I can take this free rook. I didn't even see that, and now this pin works because after this, I'm sorry, this, because then there are no more checks. I am threatening to take his rook, right? So now all I have to do is move my rook here and push this post pawn. This might be a problem, but even if I move here and he makes a discovered check, he can't really attack any of my rooks. And he can't protect this pawn with his knight as he moves because this just hangs. So I am completely fine here. And long term I am going to push. And maybe if he activates his king and somehow gets this pawn, I can rotate my bishop here and just take everything. And I think like he messed up right here because he should have taken with like a pawn. Right? But because he took with the rook, I could now use his weaknesses. Because then he couldn't really move this because then I would bulldoze him, right? Now I'm not hanging this because I will simply take his rook, right? So this does nothing. And this rook is even protected, so this is an exchange. I have to simplify. Now he is being kind of annoying, I'm not going to lie. But he can't really go anywhere. He can only go here. And after that, his knight is kind of stuck. Because from here it can only move here. And from there I can play bishop here, and then I'm controlling all of those squares. So then his knight can't really move anywhere. Right, so he goes here. Now I want to go there. Cutting out his knight completely, and now he has no moving squares, right? So I just push. And that's all I really have to do. I mean, he's going to try to push the spawns. I don't really want to fumble this, because I know I'm capable of losing this position. I'm going to try to put my bishop here, like on a5, to control those pawns. So if he takes like this, I can move here. And now his only move that makes sense is there. He's actually putting up a fight. And I hung this. I really hung that pawn. So do I just take and ignore that? Or do I protect? I think I have to protect it. Or maybe take this free pawn. Yeah, maybe. I feel like I'm not capable of winning rook, bishop, knight endgame. But it is what it is. I mean, I guess now he can't really rescue his knight. Because his knight doesn't have any legal moves. And he can't really go near it. I mean, near my bishop and his knight. So this doesn't work, because then he has a losing endgame, right? So now I have to checkmate him. And it won't be difficult, I know my endgames. Okay, GG's. This, then this, and then this. So this was your daily chess video, and I will see you tomorrow.